I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to record this session so that I'll be able to post it on the website for people who weren't able to attend. The first thing I want to do is just take people through the website for a couple of minutes. I've added a few things. If you click on crypto training, I have basically all the training that I have available at this time. The Crypto Essentials course is a beginner course, but it's pretty thorough. It covers everything from, here's the lessons if you want to take a look. It covers everything from, just giving you confidence, the first 3 lessons, dealing with the critics and so forth. Then I go into the dangers of yield farming and private money and basically centralized assets, and differentiate between centralized and decentralized assets. Talk about risks and how to minimize risk. My 7 principles for picking winners and how to do research. Using leverage to multiply your assets, the 6 pillars of my investment strategy. I believe I cover a little bit of technical analysis in lesson 8, and yield farming in 9 and 10, and then avoiding scams in the last section. I also do crypto coaching. I have a VIP membership, which is a small group meeting. My vision there is to offer weekly small group meetings for the VIP members. And what I have in mind there is an hour-long Zoom small group. Small groups are limited to 15 people per group. And we're going to be picking a time slot, committing to 6 weeks. That's what VIP membership is all about. And then the yield farming challenges. There's a free membership also, and a free community. Let me just show you that really quickly. If you click on library, this is what most people see. This is the free community, free membership area. The free membership area is where the yield farming challenge will be. Currently, there's only one thing posted here, and that's the participant poll. But underneath here will be the rest of the challenge. And I'm going to go through this one by one at the beginning, but here's the poll that I'm trying to get people to do. It's like picking which investment, which stablecoin that you would like to participate in. UST is earning about 19% interest. And then here's 3 others that you can choose. The other thing I wanted to point out about is the community. There's basically a forum, a list of topics. Introduce yourself, share or win, general discussion. And there's also a section for the 7-day yield farming challenge. If you want to post questions or interact with the other members in this section, there's a section for that too. So anyway, that's what this is about. But let's go into the presentation real quickly about the Stablecoin Yield Farming Challenge in particular. The challenge begins on February 24th. So what I had in mind here is that this is the kickoff meeting. That is, I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to, to introduce the topic and to basically just sort of try to launch the Yield Farming Challenge. But it actually begins on Thursday, the 24th. So hopefully by Wednesday, I'll start making the first step video, and then on the 24th, we'll kick it off. So my vision for this challenge is that you decide what you want to farm, and then I get feedback from you at every step of the way. And I want to make sure that nobody's left behind, that everybody's kind of keeping up. And I want to be sure that the challenge is meeting your needs. So that's the reason why I ask for feedback at every step of the way. So every morning when the challenge begins, I'm going to post an activity for that day. Now it's going to be a small bite. It shouldn't take too long to complete the activity. And then you complete the activity. That's the next step. I'll post it in that members area. There'll be a video. There'll be step-by-step instructions on how to do it. You complete the activity for that day. And then I'm also going to ask you to make a 2-minute video, very short video on your phone or whatever, where you just give me some feedback as to, how the challenge went for you, and then to share that with me. You can upload it to Google Drive or and then share the link, or there's various other ways to share video. But and then I'll review that feedback and create the next step. And so that's what I have in mind. That's the step 4. So I'm creating the steps as I'm reviewing your feedback. So I'm trying not to get ahead of you. Every day I'm going to create the next step, and I'm going to base that next step on after reviewing your videos. And then of course you repeat until we repeat doing this whole thing, me posting the next step, you giving your feedback, me reviewing the feedback, creating the next step. We repeat until you have coins earning interest in a yield farm. Now the rules are pretty simple. Number 1, I want you to commit 100% to the program, to this challenge. You must give me feedback every day. That's, kind of minimum requirement. And if you don't give me feedback for 2 days in a row, you'll be dropped from the challenge. I want you to be successful in completing this challenge. I want to have a successful challenge, so that's the reason why I created these rules. And so here's the path that I have in mind. Number 1, I poll the participants. What do you want to invest in? I mean, I don't really care. I'm agnostic. I don't have a horse in the race, right? I mean, I'm just doing what the folks want, what you want. And so I poll the participants, then we kick off the Zoom Q&A, which is the session that we're currently in. That's what we're currently doing, do a Q&A session to kick it off. Start the challenge. That begins on February the 24th. Thursday morning, I'll have a video waiting for you, whatever. I mean, at my time, it'll be late Thursday night. I'll post the video. It'll be Thursday morning, your time, whatever that is. So I'll give you, if you can wake up early in the morning and the video will be there for you. And the instructions, the next step instructions will be there. Number 4 is to measure the progress. Did everybody complete this step? Did everybody leave feedback? I'm going to review all the feedback. Then I'll create the additional steps, step 2, 3, 4. And finally, you'll have invested some stablecoin in a DeFi contract that's earning interest. So that's my goal here. That's the whole purpose of this challenge. I don't know if it's going to take 7 days. It may only take 3 days. It may take 4. It may take 5. I don't know. But I'm going to go at your pace, whatever that pace is. Now, the current results of the poll aren't so good. 100% UST at the current time, earning 19.5% interest. So that's UST is the stable coin for the Terra Luna ecosystem. But there's still time to complete the poll. So I'll show that to you in just 1 second. If we do UST, here's what we'll probably be doing. I'm going to use KuCoin as my exchange. I mean, yeah, KuCoin. You can use pretty much any exchange that you want. You can use Coinbase, whatever. The idea is to purchase, in this case, if it's UST, you'd purchase some Luna, LUNA, and you would transfer that Luna into your Terra Station wallet. But in my example, I'm going to use KuCoin. That's the exchange that I'll be demoing on how to transfer Luna into your Terra Station wallet. Of course, how to install Terra Station wallet that's the wallet for Luna UST. And we'll be using the Anchor protocol. It's currently earning 9.5% interest on UST. Again, that's if we choose UST. And also Ledger hardware wallet, if you have one. I'll be using a hardware wallet. If you don't have one, that's fine, but I'll be using it in the demo. So that's basically it. Let me review very quickly the poll that we did here. So here's the poll, and it's again in this members area. It's the only thing that you can available under the 7-day Stablecoin Yield Farming Challenge at the moment. And it's, you can choose between UST. Now, at the time that I did this, originally USDC MIM was much higher than 14%. That's the current rate that it is now, but it was like 48%. UST Luna is about 44% today, and UST Osmo is 45%, I believe, today. Of course, Osmo is not a stable coin and Luna is not a stable coin. So to earn these higher interest rates, like 135% annual interest, you're going to need to pair a stable coin with a non-stable coin. A lot of people aren't really into that. Too risky. They would just prefer to just do stable coins only, which I perfectly understand that. So any feedback?
Sorry, David. So this strategy that you're referring to, is this a part of a course that you offer, or how does it tend to work?
Yeah, it's going to be a course.
Okay.
So each step is going to be like a lesson in a course. So every morning you'll have a new step or a new lesson to complete. And in the end, you'll go through like 4, 5, 6 lessons to complete the task. So it's like a mini course.
Okay. And regarding the amount that you need to invest in various coins, etc., what's the minimum would you recommend?
$100 maybe, really doesn't matter.
Okay.
So here was the original MIM USDC. It's currently 15%. It was higher. I think it was 45% when I first looked at it. But these rates fluctuate. Here's one of the websites I use to determine the highest yield. And as you can see, UST 19.5. Here's the website or the protocol for investing in UST Osmo. It's currently paying 141% interest. UST Luna, 44%. And again, if we do the UST, we'll be using the Anchor protocol, currently paying 19.5. And this is the Terra Station wallet that we'll be using.
Debbie, one question I've got. So, when obviously you put money into a bank or investment at a percentage, obviously, is it the same principle with this kind of strategy, or how does it work with this, for example, like when you put the money in, is it going towards that particular coin, setup, or how does it tend to work, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so decentralized finance is not centralized, meaning that there's no company behind it. It's just completely software. So all you're doing is depositing money into a smart contract on a blockchain. And so it's the actual smart contract software that governs the whole contract. It governs the amount of interest. It governs, how much you're yielding. It automatically gives you the yield. So let me show you an example. So this is Terra Station. Currently, I have $9 worth of UST in this wallet and about $9 worth of Luna in the wallet. So it's like 0.18 Luna. So not a whole lot. And if I want to deposit this UST into Anchor, this is a smart contract. So you go to, so if you go to the dashboard, you can see the total locked is $10 billion locked in this particular application. If you look at my page, which is my wallet, I don't even have my wallet connected, but let's go ahead and connect my wallet. So you'll see I have 0 UST, and you can see I have I have some history here, but but I don't have any money in. But if you go to earn, you can deposit your UST into this contract, and you can just choose an amount, let's say $100. I don't have 100 UST in my wallet, so I can't deposit that amount because it's not enough. But if you had that amount, you could just deposit it into this particular protocol, this smart contract behind the protocol, and you would start earning 19.5% interest.
Okay, but regarding the pooling of, like you showed $10 billion locked in. So do they then take everyone's money and then trade upon it to make more money, or is that how everyone gets returns, or is it? I'm just trying to understand how the logic behind how these guys pay out percentages.
You can borrow. So when you borrow, you're paying 2.5%. Well, you're actually paying 11% interest to borrow, but you're getting 13.5% interest back in rewards. Yeah. And so right now there's some incentives, this distribution incentives, and so the net is 2.49. Normally it would, without the incentives, it would be 11%. So basically right now they're paying you to borrow. So they're not charging you anything. In fact, they're giving you 2.5% interest to borrow. But when you're earning, they get money from two different ways. The first way is through the borrowed assets, people paying interest on their borrowed assets, but it's also through staking. So the staking rewards for Luna is I think it's around 12%, something like that. So when you deposit Luna into this smart contract in order to borrow, you're going to have to over collateralize the loan. So let's say you upload 100 Luna and then you borrow 50% in UST, then you're over collateralizing, and therefore they can take the earnings from that 100 Luna that you're depositing and pay out the interest in the earn area.
Question, David.
Does that make sense?
Can I ask you a question, David? I don't know.
Sure.
Sorry. Yeah. So depending on how much you want to invest, you're actually first buying a coin, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And then you make a choice as to, well, once you're locked into some kind of coin that you bought, you go on this exchange and you deposit your coin here, and then you then basically how do you choose where to deposit your coin? Because that does not dictate the interest that you'll be earning.
Right. So the example that I'm using here is that if we choose UST to mine, and then we get the interest of 19.5%.
Yeah.
So the first step would be to buy Luna on an exchange. And it really doesn't matter which exchange. You can use Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, doesn't matter which one. But once you buy like $100 worth of Luna, the second step would be to send it to your wallet. If you notice here in this upper corner, this is my wallet. So I'll show you how to create a wallet or install this wallet and create an address. So this is your personal address. So if I was to give you this address, and I can copy it, and you sent money to this address, or you sent Luna to this address, that would show up in my wallet. Of course, that's not what you want to do. You want to send money to your wallet, right? Your
Yeah.
address. So once you install TerraStation wallet, you'll generate your own personal address.
Yeah.
This is a public address, so you can give it away to anybody if you want to. And you're going to be transferring money into this public address. So once you have Luna into this public address, you can trade Luna for UST. So you're basically selling your Luna and buying UST with it. Then once you get UST in your wallet, it'll show up here. Then you can go to the Anchor protocol and deposit it here to earn 19%. And then you can use My Page to monitor, how much you've deposited and how much you've earned, and so on. And you can see your history, earn history, borrow history. The other day, I sent 119 Luna to my Terra address on the 18th. So anyway, you'll see all your history here.
And what is special about the Terra blockchain?
Nothing special about it. Basically, I asked, let me go back. I asked what people wanted to invest in, and let's see if I can find it. I'm having a hard time using this app. One second, bear with me. Okay, so this is the poll that I'm doing. So this poll is active and live, and if you can vote which one you want. So if you vote the first one, that's what I'm kind of demoing right now. But feel free to vote on any of the four. If you choose to pair UST with Osmo, for example, you can earn like 140% interest, but Osmo is not a stable coin. So you're going to be, it's more risk because Osmo goes up and down. Stablecoin just stays the same.
So you convert your Osmo to UST to get stability, but then you have lower yield.
If you just deposit UST alone, then you're going to have like 19.5% interest. But if you do liquidity providing and deposit UST Osmo, then you can get like 140% annual interest.
Okay, what's the variability like? If today is 140, what could it be? Like how variable is that interest rate?
Well, let's look. So Osmo is currently selling at $8.59. If we look at maximum, we can see a few months ago it was selling at, what is that, $1.67.
Yeah.
And currently it's up. I mean, the high was 1070. Let me show you. Oh, I misspelled it. Let me switch to this other screen. Oh man. Okay, going back to this one because I lost the thing. So the osmosis chain, if you look at it, it's in the top 10 now. And it's got $1.3 billion locked in the osmosis platform. And it's growing. So anyway, it's one of the up and coming chains. And I've been using it for about 3 or 4 or 5 months. I don't know, it's been quite a while. And it's been doing well for me. It's one of my favorites. That's the reason why I have two. If you look at the community, I did a post on it. It says share a win. And I shared the osmosis zone pools as one of my favorites. And if you look here at UST, for some reason the search is not working. Here we go. Here's the UST Osmo pool, currently paying 141%. This is how you create the UST Osmo trading pair. So you collect fees when somebody trades UST for Osmo or Osmo for UST. But they also incentivize the pool. Now you have to lock in your investment to get 141% for 14 days. If you only want to do 7 days, it pays less, or 1 day at a time, it pays 70%. It's currently $201 million locked in this contract. Is it making sense?
Is this something to watch on a daily basis? I mean, what would make you move away from Osmo? Is it price drop, or you have to keep watching it, or how does it work?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely monitor the price. If you have Osmo UST and you start seeing this price dropping too much, then you might want to get out, because this is the danger, is that the price drops for Osmo. I mean, UST is a stable coin, so it's going to remain stable.
Okay. And how easy is it to switch to something? I mean, is there a fee that you have to pay every time you do a transaction?
Yes, but the fees are small. They're like 20 cents, 10 cents.
Okay.
So but on osmosis, there's no trading fees. There's no fees at all. So right now everything's free. Now there will be some small fees. I think it's like a penny or 2 cents or something. But it's pretty minimal.
And it's immediate, like you request to sell.
Yeah, if I want to sell Luna and buy some Osmo, I simply just enter the amount of Luna that I want. So 1 Luna is going to give me 5.8 Osmo. And then you can deposit half of your Luna and half your Osmo into the smart contract in the pool. So see, you have to pay 0.2% fee for doing the swap. And these fees is how the liquidity providers get paid. So you're getting paid this fee as well as incentives, pool incentives or osmosis incentive. So if nobody votes in the, I don't know if you joined late or not, Sam, but I went through this in the current vote right now is UST. So if you want to do UST Osmo, better go vote.
Let's see, I have the Zoom kickoff and then the challenge links, but maybe I'm missing something.
Well, when you sign up for the challenge,
Yeah.
you'll get a password to the website. And when you log on to the library, you should see this. You'll see the Bitfolio.biz membership.
Okay.
So you click there. It's under the library.
Okay, well, I can tell you now, I'm gonna go with the Osmo thing.
Oh, you prefer the osmosis or Osmo,
Yeah,
the
why not?
higher yield?
Sure.
Okay. Well, any other questions? If there's no other questions, we've been going about 35 minutes, and I think that's sufficient. One last call for questions.
No, I think I think you've covered everything for now.
Okay, great. All right, well, guys, thanks for joining the Zoom call, and I hope to see you on Thursday when we kick off the actual challenge. Again, it starts Thursday morning.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Thank you.